Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. Just loading in on the home screen because I thought you'd be interested. Kind of like Lies of P, we did this once. Because the home screen has been changing throughout the game. Basically, whichever SALUTOR is the most recent one that I've obtained takes their place here on the home screen. And they make little sound effects and you hear noises from them and stuff like that. So there's Velis that we got in the last video. We're currently in the process of taming. Just thought I'd show you that. Because it's very exciting. Anywho, yeah, so we went to the party last time around. We caught, inverted commas, Velis. Then we got knocked out by Obarichi. And now we're going to go get into a bit of a scrap, I think. I've still got some points saved up for whenever we get the mind one. But deed, word, and heart are now all up to 4, which is cool. Definitely opens up a few doors for us. Right, I think there's about to be a scrap. Here we go.
You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today, we're practicing our boxing on you.
Ooh.
Feathers? A beak? I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Victor.
I'm just like an attack dog that gets pointed in the right direction. Oh, it looks like Obarichi is actually fighting with me. Oh, we didn't change our Thaumaturge. We definitely should have done. So, what is Velis good for? Let's have a look here. Inflicts damage, 50% chance of interrupting enemy's action. Inflicts damage, restores 10 health points. Has 50% chance to... I mean, 10 is quite a lot. But it does less over time, and it's quite slow. 50% chance to triple. Inflicts damage, 50% to triple. Launches an attack on a random enemy. So that, I mean, it hits pretty hard, but quite slow. And I don't love all these 50%s. I don't see Velis really fitting into a build in the way that the other two do. But I mean, I can see that heal being useful, because that's quite a lot. But I'm going to stick with my beloved for now. Well, let's see what we need to do here. Your Bukovac, your Upia. Right, so we'll do what we usually do. We'll attack with Upia to kick things off. Go with Bloody Penance, and I will throw in a Old Wound over here. I finally learned how the combat worked. It took a little while, but we got there. Okay, and then I can throw one at you as well, sure. You always want one of them to be on... oh, he got doubled. You always want one of them to be on lower health anyway, because then when we use Bukovac's Howl, it's more likely to... well, it's going to double up, basically. Ow! I did the sound effect. Like, they couldn't use my sound effect. They said it was too good. That would pull people out of the game. Yeah, you could always punch Obarichi. You don't have to punch me every time. Hey, there we go. Thank you. I'm sorry, Abba. Okay, so they are both on a double. Let's go over here. And let's throw out a Bloody Wedding. So that's going to double up. Not on you, though. Someone else is on a triple. You've just got a shield. That shouldn't matter. You've got loads of those on you. You've got the most health. On the right is... oh, yeah, there you go. I think it's at this point I should probably start just punching people, but there you go. And a couple little punches here, and you should be out of there. Combat's got a lot smoother, it really has.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening, at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone.
Hell of a neckerchief
Old
you got
friendships
there.
never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Victor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance. Well, what do you say, Victor?
It seems to me there's work for me to do at your bar.
No shit. I'll give you a hand.
Not like that. Thaumaturgical work. It seems to me there's a salutor here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey, everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den. Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
Go. I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
Okie dokie. Find the person with the flaw the Salutor is interested in and find out a little bit more about Avarishi. So one thing I want to just have a look here. We got obviously a couple new abilities on this bottom one. So we got Distraction. Okay, so that's the second level of that one. So that means that this one we get here is probably going to be a stronger planned attack, right? The one we get for Mind, which it's got to be that one, right? It's got those feathers kind of sprouting up all over the place. What else did we get here, though? 50% chance of additionally lowering focus by 2 and speed up your next action. So I don't think I used Perfect Planning, but I think I did use the other one. It's over here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Menu. Kastelanska restaurant. Borscht or broth. Fruit soup. Pottage with crayfish, goose and jelly, young turkey. Romaine lettuce. Didn't we already read this? We did.
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
I'll talk to you, buddy.
Well, well. How did you get your hands on all this?
I worked my ass off for years. I found myself in shitty positions. Sometimes I had to make people disappear. Pop wouldn't have been proud of me. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't live to see it. But then I'd have to kill you.
What? I don't have a handle on this guy at all.
What's stopping you? You had me tied up in a chair.
Well, I sure did. Maybe the thought even crossed my mind. But I decided to give you a chance. Witness the kindness within my heart. Tell me, what else is going on?
Tell me something more about these Cossacks.
They roam around different bars picking fights as soon as they get leave from the Citadel. Sometimes we pummel each other and things continue as usual.
Normal behavior.
Enjoy your drink. I'm going to poke around a little more here.
Bullet hole. My first expectation is always to find fear, doubt, or anger behind a bullet. After all, who shoots just like that, treating it as some sort of game? Exactly the kind of person who fired this bullet, lightheartedly, seeing the weapon only as a tool of enjoyment. Say that to all the boys. On the labour movement and its leaders. The labour movement is growing strong. Its impact can be seen not just in large cities. We can now argue that workers across cities, towns, and villages all unite in this common struggle for a better future. And it's no surprise the movement is growing as it has such charismatic leaders. Let us just mention the irreplaceable Rosa Luxemburg, or Marcin Kasprzyk. These people possess a magical kind of magnetism. Just listen to them. You will be raring to go. What is their secret? I will not hesitate to answer. The purity of their ideals. They are people who serve their country earnestly, and should we all follow their example. Kimich. Not myself until I get a drink. You should probably see someone about that. That sounds like alcoholism. A pole. Drops of blood seep deep into the wood, preserving the memory of a severed human ear. The hand that threw the knife had a clear target. An ear cut off in a frenzy, with a smile, by mind death to any afterthought. Individual splinters still remember the cold steel of the blade, which was guided by a heart marked by competitiveness. It had no precision, only stupidity fueled by desire to win. Reckless man. Oh, you're one snappy gal. Okay. Joplin. Dirty rag. The cloth is stained with fresh blood. Fresh blood, the ultimate blood, that which flows from a fatal wound. Carelessly put away, it's the last reminder of a recent brawl with a tragic ending. That's why you shouldn't fight in pubs and stuff, okay? Like, sometimes you'll be tempted, because people will be a dick. But all it takes is, like, someone falling over in a weird way or something, and people die. You know, one awkward punch and people die. Funny photo. Here we finally look like ourselves, laughing school kids, constantly in search of a new brawl. Nice of Averici to keep it. Oh, that is kind of sweet. Knife. A sturdy hunting knife engraved with the initials AN. Carries the memory of poetry being recited in different situations, whether while picking dirt from under one's nails or mutilating someone's face. The blood-stained blade must be a good source of inspiration. From the wooden inlaid handle protrudes a long, sharp pommel that has tasted blood and stripped people of small body parts more than once. The knife is a bloodthirsty beast that demands to be fed.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Okay, Victor. Broken window with planks where the glass used to be. Fragments of human tissue can still be found nearby. Some man flew through this window, leaving behind the memory of his bleeding body. Someone grabbed him by the tails and pushed him without much force or precision, rather spurred by adrenaline. The London bar couldn't belong to anyone else, as it perfectly represents Aberici's nature. The parties here often get out of control and end badly or even tragically for those involved. This place smells of blood, stupidity, and foolhardiness, all soaked in alcohol. The interesting thing is, he's called it the London bar, but he's clearly got this quite anti-foreign diatribe going on. To the eyes, poem. To the eyes. Your eyes are filled with shades of my memories. Close them and look there, far ahead. Do you see? Sunrise, the day's herald. No? For you the night is eternal. Yes. I see you, lipless, with hair as long as the past. You are a body warm in my memory. You rot, yet violets spring from you. I pluck them and give myself to your embrace. I feed on nothing, nothing I affirm, and I wait. No epiphany comes. The spearheads of your eyes are hollow. I search for a gaze, but only an eye in hand. Definite stare. Curious.
Vodka, revelry, extreme opinions, violence. That giant bird must enjoy it, and I'm sure it also stirs up the chaos.
Victor, time for penalty drinks.
Feathers, a beak, those eyes. Who are you? I can't focus.
Don't make me come over there!
Do I know someone with mood swings, a tendency for bravado, and a weakness for booze?
What are we... I mean, I'm assuming it's Aberici's. What are we assuming the Salutor is feeding on, though? What's the flaw? We've had 3 so far, right? We've had Pride, which I've been feeding a lot. I don't know, I was expecting that as I acquire more of them, I'd be able to feed them in conversation, but I can only ever feed Pride, seemingly. But we've got Scheming, Vehemence, so we've got Pride, Anger, essentially, Scheming. Killed her father in retaliation for his cruelty. Someone mentioned that we think her father probably beat her, basically, so she killed him. Scheming, Anger, Pride. Gluttony. What would be a word for like a casual approach to violence? Because Vehemence is very... not calculated, but it's angry. And Aberici's violence isn't angry violence, it's just violence for violence sake, you know? It's violence for the love of violence.
Have you nosed around my humble little...
I've had a look around and something's caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the salutor.
Well then, shoot!
Not in here, I won't. I'll probably get shot.
A bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
I don't mean to judge entirely by aesthetics, but he doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd own a bar like this. You know what I mean? It's the neckerchief. It's the neckerchief, it's the hairstyle, it's the vest. None of it fits the vibe of the bar.
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere. Was someone killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
Not that someone who dresses like that, by the way, can't like or even own a bar like this. I'm just saying, some stereotypes exist for a reason. And I think if someone dressed how Abarishi is, walked into a fairly rough pub in, let's say, Ireland, they would not get a warm reception. I'm not saying that's a good thing, that's a terrible thing. People should be free to drink and live how they want, regardless of how they choose to represent themselves, but it's neither here nor there.
Who smashed your window?
How long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the whole crazy ball rolling?
You know I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Victor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
What happened to the puppy?
Oh.
He was called Romeo. He fell in love. One day he packed his bags and ran off with that bitch. I'm sure he started a family. He's raising his puppies and reminiscing. Yeah. My brave little guy. But what were we talking about?
You get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it, I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well then I'll ask you, is he an idiot or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Go ahead. I have to gather myself a little too. Lelek. What the hell did you say, Victor? You're out of your goddamn mind.
The salutor's name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where about it is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us is with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on. I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there, too.
Maybe, buddy, maybe. Okay, Lelek. In Kashubian, his name means fool. Leleks are small and unruly salutors drawn wherever there is music, and various acts of recklessness, especially if someone dies in the process. Their trill is often a harbinger of imminent death. Flaws that Leleks are interested in are those related to bravado, gullibility, and looking for conflict. Marana. Who is Shirael? When did we see Shirael? But Marana in the lake is also mined. So that's interesting that we're going to get a second Mayan Salutor at some point. Well, we knew that, but neither you know that. They're both in here, right? Yep. Okay, out we go.
Take a deep breath. That's the smell of Warsaw nightlife. Smell it, Victor. Relish it.
A bouquet of sweat, shit, and puke. And piss, thanks.
But it's Warsaw's piss and puke interwoven with the aroma of steadfastness and heroism. Come on, you'll see the true face of Abaurycy Niedzic. And maybe you'll even find what you're looking for here.
Broken bottle. A broken bottle with blood splattered nearby. The hand that used the bottle as a weapon was driven by deliberate malice and the desire to have fun. No aggression here or desire to cause harm, just unadulterated stupidity. One hair, another, fresh blood covers them. This bottle hit someone's head. First it was emptied in the blink of an eye, and as soon as the opportunity arose, it was smashed on someone as an exquisite joke. The reckless man. Hey, Timo. Who are you people? Damn street lamp. Traces of muddy soles on it. Seems that someone attempted to climb it.
What? You give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
It would. Take the lamppost side. The Salutor's presence is so strong here, it wouldn't take much to lose one's head. Some people stop distinguishing reality from imagination and see danger even in inanimate objects. Lanterns seem to be extremely dangerous enemies.
All in all, look at it this way, Abaurycy. It is a little stuck up.
Well, that's true. If you look close enough at it, it could be enough to piss you off.
That's what I said.
You sure showed that lamppost what brave squatties you are. It's leaning now, so you taught it a lesson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you vandalizing city property? Papers, please.
I think you must have a screw loose, gents. Different rules apply in the bar district.
No need to show your ID, Niedzic. We've already got a cell waiting for you.
Well, I don't think so. Go ahead, Victor.
I'm not an attack dog. Bloody Popo. I mean, I say I'm not an attack dog, but I keep being used. Clearly I'm an attack dog. Is it this one? Yeah. It's not gonna do much damage, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Bloody hell. I'm hopeful that's going to go in. Yes, beautiful. Another guy's got two on him now. I wonder if Abaurycy has health. Anyways. Dum dum da dum. I always say, like, no one dies in these fights, right? We saw it just there in the bar. Everyone was fine. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it again." You know, everyone's having a lovely time, ready to go and do a little bit more fighting. Oh, shouldn't have done that. But oh, he's got 4 in him on this guy on the right. But like, I mean, yeah, okay, I understand how you maybe survive some of this kind of stuff, but my Salutor's there, like, chomping down and ripping people's necks out and stuff like that. And people are like, yeah, we're fine. It's just a good old scrap, you know? Nothing to worry about. impose a state of suffering 100 times.
Well, well, you sure gave that the Cossack treatment.
And what? You guys were so worn out from fighting a lamppost that you didn't help?
Understandable.
It was fun to watch. Nijits and the magician in action. It's a fine sight.
Time to keep an eye out for Dennis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where? The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here. Competition.
The night's still young. There's excitement ahead.
How do you come
This
at
devil
second?
of yours hasn't turned up yet?
So far, no.
We'll manage. Come on, I know where he might be hanging out. I'd hole up there myself.
How do you lose in a fight against a lamppost? Cossack's hat. A bloody hat. Inside is a label with the name Pasha sewn on it. This is no ordinary hat. It's a vessel for memories of true friendship and a comfort zone in which you can be yourself. Now soiled, used to frantically staunch blood that gushed from a wound born of faultlessness. Lelek's influence seems to be spreading across the district, pushing people to engage in stupidity and recklessness. This, coupled with alcohol, causes them to do even more stupid and dangerous things, leaving plenty of blood in their wake. In order to find the person with a flaw, I must visit other establishments in the area. Invitation! Anton Lesniewski is pleased to invite admirers of the art of painting to an exhibition, during which he will present a new series of paintings entitled Rebirth. It will be a creative reference to the Greek myth of Prometheus. The exhibition will take place September 6th at 5 PM at 94 Majolgorska Street, Apartment 8. The paintings will be available to the public in the evenings for the next 2 weeks. I don't want to go in the bar yet. I want to keep looking around. Propaganda brochure. The sewers of the city of Warsaw as a tool used by Judaism and charlatans to destroy Polish agriculture and exterminate the Slavic population living by the Vistula River. Mouth's very dry. The complete harmlessness of cloacal waste to humans is evidenced by the booming health of the workers, specifically those engaged in cleaning the lavatories and suburban farmers who mostly rely on human fertilizers, even during the spread of epidemic diseases. So what room is there for the existence of these disease-causing microbes? They're probably dreamed up in the empty heads of tabloid writers or the perverse brains of the ill-willed. Amidst the manure and hay, among the cattle and the simpletons, the eternal wisdom has descended upon mankind. A mankind corrupted by the theories and doctrines of pure reason, by the devices and constructs of capitalism, by the skullduggery and extravagance of the Jews. And it used supernatural science to guide the monarchs and the wise men to welcome the future saviour of the world in a poor thatch in Bethlehem. I'm not really sure who that was meant to be against. It seemed to be against absolutely goddamn everyone. See, I've got 2 ways to go. I can go this way or this way. There's like a little downstairs bar over here. I just want to explore the street fully before I go anywhere. Because I think there's probably more stuff to find. We'll go check this one first. But I'm going to have a little proper wander around. Actually. Where am I? Oh. Already done that, didn't we? Although it looks like I've been kind of blocked in several places. Try to keep me on the story mission path, I suppose. That's fine. That means I don't have as much to explore. You're one pretty gal. One pretty gal. One pretty gal. Did you just say that to everyone? I'm not a gal. You gonna say it? Come here and let me have a look at you. Tell me to do a spin. She must be very confused right now. Alright, let's go check out bar number 1. Elysium. That's a cool name for a bar. Let's get some absinthe. God, it's a long time since I had absinthe. After downing the last glass, I saw a thick fog gather at my table, and from it emerged a beautiful woman clothed only in chains, made of pearls and precious stones. I woke up almost instantly, I think, creating a beautiful, almost naked brood in my arms. Yeah, that suits absinthe completely down to the ground. Deadness. Blood, blood, the heart calls. The blade heeds and feeds. I choke on the blood. I search for love in blood. I search still.
Welcome to my world.
Meaning what? That they've got a guy tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the Vistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
A double barrel each, please.
People come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a Milk of 83.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
You've always had a silver tongue.
Don't I know it? Add to that a despicable past, and you've got all the ingredients for a poet.
Now, why are we sitting here instead of at your bar?
My lads, bless them, set me up a poetry reading once, but they're simple folk. They don't understand this poesy. They laughed when they should have cried. Cried when their hearts should have flooded with anger. I don't hold it against them. My bar trades on its reputation as a dive. That's how you make the most money.
Fair play. He's more on it than I maybe initially gave him credit for. He's essentially a warrior poet, but a warrior in a fighting bar louts drunkenly kind of way.
So what's actually been going on with you over the last 15 years?
My father ended up behind bars, and as for me, the streets took me in, taught me life. I roamed around, got odd jobs, and when I was hard up, I went begging. I've got a tough skin on me, Victor, but the embers of poetry still smolder in my heart. Well, in time, I gained a new family, my shivs.
We were supposed to go to high school together, maybe to university after that. Everything would have gone differently, if only.
We did the world a favor by fucking over that loan shark. One way or the other, Pop's debts would have landed me on the streets. If I hadn't told you about it, you wouldn't have hit on your brilliant idea. I'll sort him out with my salutor, you kept saying. You were too unskilled at that magic business of yours, eh?
Who is this woman watching our entire conversation? Okay, so there's a loan shark who we went to the offices of, and that's been mentioned. I don't know, have we been to the offices of the loan shark? I don't think so, but they've been mentioned already. And Abarishi's father had a ton of debt, so Victor got the idea, well, we'll just kill the loan shark, and then something went wrong.
My Uper had only just come to me. I didn't know anything about being a thaumaturge.
Yeah, and I'm sure you wanted to impress your daddy.
I trusted my father to help us, but he only told me not to interfere. He swore he'd sort it out.
All right, there's no need to waste your damn breath. He's gone, and we're here.
What is your plan? Would you rather the name Niedzic make people talk about the king of the underworld, or a great poet?
The poetic king of the underworld. Anyway, they already say that. The shivs think of me as a bard, and the competition says so too. And since I've got them all by short hairs, they respect me, even though they can't string two proper sentences together. I've got a gift, Victor. I can't complain about a lack of talent.
Or a lack of ego.
Listen, I know that my presence inspires you to create poetry, so you scribble it down, and I'll hunt for traces of Lelek.
Fuck off, Victor. When I'm done, I can write a dirty limerick about you, you know?
Bloodstains on the table. What initially appears to be just a bloodstain is in fact a poem. One only has to peer deeper into what remains of it for one's attention to be drawn to the individual smudged words from which it is no longer possible to extract any meaning. Notebook, property of Abarishi. The notebook is a vessel into which inspiration is poured, kept close to the heart, serving as its expression. The nib has pierced the paper in some places, so much excitation was in the poet's hand, a record of the pure passion that fills the owner. The pages of the notebook are inscribed from top to bottom. Some have been torn out, while others bear the marks of many erasures. Words, 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 including extremely flowery metaphors, revealing the poet's sensitive soul. Behind the mask of barbarism, the mask of a ruthless gangster conceals a truly sensitive soul. Torn between conflicting feelings, he balances on a fine line between beauty and ugliness, tenderness and violence. Confronting him with his inner chaos might reveal his flaw.
Well, how's it?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
I see it like this. You've always had some seed of madness inside you, but I don't think you've ever been so fucked up.
Beg pardon?
I found your poem. Did you write it in your own blood or that of one of your victims?
Victims? The hell are you talking about? Of course it was mine. I sliced my veins open for art. That's how committed I am.
More like desperate. No true poet needs to resort to gimmicks. He just needs ink, and the world will hear him.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
Aww. I know why we're doing it, but still.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing this flaw up here.
I know now that you're not the one Lelek is following.
I didn't think he was, to be honest.
You see? Even the devil can't touch me. He's come knocking a few times, but we've never managed to strike a deal.
And you'd surely be the perfect candidate for him. But only seemingly. So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Victor, lad, how that we tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
I mean, it didn't make sense for me for it to be Abarishi, because it's obviously going to be the reckless man. He may be older, but he's certainly not more mature. The Chamberlain of Chaos, the Minister of Warsaw's vagary, and the Messenger of cirrhosis of the liver. For every sip of vodka our passion grows, and the city becomes much more colourful, and it belongs to us. I was maybe a little bit harsh on him initially. People are full of contradictions. I get it quite a lot myself, because obviously I'm a massive nerd, and I sit here and play video games for a living. Specifically, usually playing dinosaur video games for a living. But, you know, I also lift 6 times a week, and I love football and sport, and going to dive pubs and all that kind of jazz. Which seem like conflicting ideas to an extent, but they're not. People just love different things. They don't necessarily have to coalesce into what would be perceived by society as a unified whole, you know? We have different wants and needs that get addressed by different hobbies and different activities and different people. You need different people for different things. If all your friends and comrades were identical, you probably wouldn't get everything you need socially from them. You need a variety. So, you know, people are full of multitudes, is what I'm trying to say.
Private party tonight, no riffraff.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzits, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Njedzits. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect.
That guy is huge. Bro lifts. To the lock, stock, and barrel.
This is what they call a private party?
I love him.
What is this, a wake? Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
Okay, let's have a little poke. Shaska, an ornate Cossack saber that belongs to Pasha. The steel shines and the handle is polished to a mirror sheen. People are not afforded as much love and care as this Shaska, which is cared for so painstakingly. There's something else here though, a ritual in honour of the deceased, repeated reverently. It's a kiss laid just above the former owner's engraving after each polishing. I don't want to talk to anyone yet, I want to explore. Letter to Denise. Dear Denise, I hope you're well. It's difficult for me to write this letter, but I want to open my heart to you and not hide the truth. I have long sensed that your affection for me has faded. You no longer write as often as you used to, and I haven't seen you for almost a year. I don't want to remain in uncertainty any longer. I'm forced to break off our engagement. Be well and think about me from time to time, but don't write to me anymore. Olga. I'm dictating these words to Father Olkin. He wishes to convey you're no longer welcome in the village. You could at least visit your father. Aww. Sad. Sender has informed him she's free with him. The page knows the kaleidoscope of emotions flooding Denise's heart when he first read the words written here. Unbridled anger came first, giving way to bitterness. Finally, suffering took hold, crowning the process of heartbreak. Suspect he might be our person. But I mean, can you be that surprised if you haven't talked to her, you know, for a year? Your fiance? Haven't seen her in a year? Pistol, a well-cared-for pistol with an ornate grip. Steel that's cold to the touch burns on the inside with a mixture of hope and fear. Hope that the cold of the metal pressed against one's temple will bring solace. Fear that, though the heart will stop beating, the soul will continue to suffer. The barrel pressed against his own temple, his finger on the trigger, and chaos in his heart. To shoot or not to shoot? Already, the pressure on the trigger is increasing, so little is needed for the bullet to pierce the skull, and yet the finger is withdrawn, the barrel moves away from the temple. Balalaika, a worn-out instrument that Cossacks take on their travels. The strings have absorbed the memory of the melodies played on the balalaika. If you ever want to just learn to, like, talk, like, practice your ability to talk quick nonsense, just play this in Disco Elysium, I tell you. Disco Elysium, at least they talk for you. And 1. The heaviness of the fingers plucking the strings reflects the wistfulness of the melody, and 2. The impish lightness is an expression of raunchy humour, and so it goes, around and round. The soundboard is filled with longing and sad thoughts. They pour out and wander across the strings, regardless of the melodies played on them. No matter if the song is cheerful, good to dance to, or sorrowful, the memory stored in the instrument does not lie. Its head sees the world in shades of black. Sower of Chaos. Unpredictable, reckless Danis, whose heart is filled with incomprehensible anger, hides his suffering, grief, and longing. Torn by conflicting emotions, he sows chaos and falls into extremes. His behaviour stems from his broken heart, which has become his curse. It is he that Lelik has taken a fancy to. It is his flaw that I need to identify. Yeah, it did seem... He's the reckless man. Let's have a little look around, talk to these people over there, then we'll go talk to... do that over there. I'm gonna do this first, though. Who is this on this table over here?
Look at her all over him. I'd know how to make the most of being so popular.
Oh, nasz drug. Come sit with us.
Did I hear you talking about Danis?
Danis and babes.
Danis?
He talks a lot, makes a big fuss around himself, but when push comes to shove, he leaves them hanging.
So them babes must like him.
Yeah, nothing for us to do except drink and enjoy one another's company.
You know Danis pretty well, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I take a professional interest in guys like him. You think I can ask you guys a couple of questions?
Let's see what you're after, wizard.
Hey. I helped you defeat the lamppost.
Danis had a fiancée, but she dumped him. How come?
You know, he keeps his feelings to himself. But it hurt him. That's what I think.
Maybe she got sick of waiting. She had her pick of men in the village.
And is that what made Danis so devil-may-care? A broken heart?
Sure. What would it be otherwise?
Who is Pasha?
Our buddy, from the same village as us, out past the Don River. We went through a lot together.
Pasha's dead. Leave it at that.
What actually happened to him?
We all stick close together. But when you're drunk, you get some weird ideas. That damned Shashka of Pasha's was a spoil of war. One time, Danis and Pasha got tanked and started playing Russian roulette for it.
So, Danis clearly won. But that little saber of Pasha's doesn't make him feel triumph, more like love and concern. He really looks after it.
Danis cherishes the memory of Pasha, surrounding himself with objects that belong to him. Danis obviously cared for Pasha. He also must have considered him more than just a friend. The different faces of love. Pasha was close to Danis' heart. All that's left of him now are the memories enchanted within the objects that Danis carefully preserves. The Cossack is tormented over the death of the one who is more than a friend to him. Was it Pasha's death that spawned the flaw, or did it only expose it? They had a foolish death playing Russian roulette. Both of them carelessly disregarded the consequences, did not realise the veracity of the bullet. Reality claimed its dues and took Pasha, thus breaking Danis' heart, who lost part of himself. I mean, you're playing Russian roulette. What do you expect to happen? The veracity of the bullet, like, it's a bullet. What do you expect? Like, it's. If the gun fires, you're gonna die. Oh yeah.
I've heard Danis likes playing Russian roulette.
He's such a bonehead. He never thinks about the trouble he'll get himself into.
You'd better watch your head when he's around.
Who'd have thought that Danis was such a sensitive soul? Does he play the balalaika a lot?
Lately, he's been singing either about the Grim Reaper and Hellfire or rolling in the hay. You can't keep up with him.
He goes too heavy on the tearjerkers for my taste. Any more questions?
That's what I'm saying, man. People are full of multitudes.
You know what I think? You're not being straight with me.
What?
I think Pasha and Danis were more than comrades in arms and blood brothers. On top of that, I think that's why Danis' fiancée dumped him. People from your village kept giving her crap.
The fuck are you talking about? They were blood brothers, that's all. You'd love to find a buddy like that. Someone for better and for worse.
Calm down, I can see you're faithful friends. I'd better go take a drag of Warsaw air.
If you like breathing through a straight nose, don't try any funny business.
Mate, you lost a fight with a lamppost. You're not that concerning to me. Was "you're not being straight with me" meant to be a pun? Because I instantly saw that and thought, yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
Danis doesn't think about what he's doing, and he doesn't care about the consequences, as if it's all in the name of fun. He couldn't cope with his broken heart, so he started tumbling further and further into the depths of chaos. It seems like Pasha was more to him than just a comrade and close friend. His death hit Danis like a train. Since then, his life's been nothing but irrational behavior and risk-taking. He's thumbing his nose at death. I think I'll accept the challenge. Time to figure out his flaw and catch Lelek. I wonder if he'll play Russian roulette with me.
Let's give this a go.
Come on, don't make me beg. I'll fix up your head for no extra fee.
I'm in no hurry to go upstairs. I feel like a game. You up for one?
Me? Forget it. I have gorgeous hands. Everyone says so. You're not gonna carve them up with that shank.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
Why is he so popular? I mean, I expected someone who was going to like stand out as ruggedly handsome, but he kind of just looks like everyone else.
Lock, stock, and barrel? Or the London Bar?
The Demon's Den!
You taking a fucking survey? Are you spying for Nijits?
Sheer curiosity. I work for nobody. I'm the one in charge of...
Devils, I know. Get out of here. I can't stand the sight of you.
You're sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
Roll hard.
Did someone say Russian roulette?
Don't need to argue about it.
Show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Victor. Let's play with mine.
Okay. Oh wait. Let me think about this. No.
Next time we'll play with yours.
I hope so. Let's do it your way. I won't insist.
More control. It's Russian roulette. I need all the control I can get.
Does this remind you of anything?
Hang on. Isn't that the same gat we used for...
Play.
For the loan shark.
My turn. It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Victor. If fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell. Well, 4 more. Ah! We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Shut your trap.
Gods of chaos, watch over me. That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Have you lost your damn marbles, Victor?
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his shashka, right?
You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully.
Look at him. He's awesome.
Is that lovely song for me?
He's a weird little skelly bird.
Don't stop. I'm enjoying listening.
There he is. Awesome. These fights are always pretty easy. What are you weak? Upia. Okay, I'm gonna let you do... Well, you're gonna go over here. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do... Oh, excuse me. Bloody hell. If I do Eerie, I'll heal a little bit, and I'll do barely any less damage. So we'll do that. Oh, he's going to drain my focus. Interesting. Of course, I'm about to heal anyway, so... And I didn't need to heal in the first place. That's neither here nor there. Now I take all the damage. Gonna need to regenerate our focus. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, so we're just gonna start doing this now. I feel bad that I've not used my new one, Velis, at all. I just don't like their attacks. I will have to use them eventually, I'm sure. There'll be enemies who we can't beat without Velis. Like, we need Velis to come in and break. Maybe I'll understand Velis's point more with a bit of time. I'm gonna do this because I want to heal. They're both gonna die now in a way. Okay. Attack with Upia. Attack with Bukovac. So I'm gonna... Well, I'm gonna break their focus because theirs is low and I need to recharge mine. So we'll do that and then we'll do that. And then we need Upia to come in and bloody... Let's do Eerie, get a bit of health there. I'll go over here. Sure. Down she goes. Down she goes again. Now we can concussion. Get a bit of health back there as well. Lovely jubbly. Boom! Concussion. With a gun. What's the implication here? That I just shot her in the head and it gave her a concussion. Okay. And now we're going back to my boy. I wonder where you'd ever... Like, these ones, obviously... But Velis is all... He looks cool, but I just don't see the benefit of him, really. You'd have to have skills that, like, you know, the upgrades that we get. We'd need upgrades that do something to percentage chances. Otherwise, I'm not going to take, like, constant 50% risks. It doesn't make sense to me. Heal from your... Oh. This didn't heal as much as I thought it was going to heal. Might be in a bit of trouble here, actually. Oh god, I'm so nearly dead. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm actually going to die. Yeah, we need to heal. But I mean, that doesn't heal for anything. Why am I healing for so little? I think what I need to do is heal... I need to clear my negative trait. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. The problem is I'm bleeding out for tons of damage. So even if I heal, it's not gonna do anything. Am I okay? No. God, it had been going so well, and then I just wasn't paying attention to how many, Man, I haven't lost at this combat for ages. It was going so well. I'm really annoyed about that. I was just going to say earlier in the video as well that I feel like, you know, we went from losing every fight once to winning every fight first time. I need to clear my... I need to just make sure I'm clearing my bleeding more. Maybe we should go for focus kills on this. Honestly, it might make more sense. Also, the health regen. I can't tell for sure, but I feel like maybe... I thought basically if every time you use an ability you heal for less, but I feel like your healing in general just reduces over time, you know? rude. Okay, I want to save that for next round. I'd like to kill this guy, if possible. It's not gonna happen, so. Oh, did that do it? No, nearly. He'll die after this. I'll take a little bit more damage than I would have liked. But I've got 2 level 2 attacks ready to roll, which is a positive. I need to regen my focus a little bit. Okay. Let me think about what I want to do here. Hoping this goes left. It did not. Okay, Upia, my friend. Each subsequent action restores health point. Yeah, I don't heal anymore at this point, you know? So I'm gonna... Diversion? No. I think these 2 can still tick down to suffering. But I do need to start working on my focus. And I probably need to clear some negative effects, because yeah, I just ticked down for 6 damage, for God's sake. Oh, and theirs have been cleared. Oh, no wonder I've been losing. I didn't realise. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay. Okay, this changes things. I think the big dude can I didn't realize he was doing it, but he's been clearing the negative effects from them. I didn't notice that at all. I'm taking down so much, man. Do that. I'm gonna do this over here. I'm hoping this is gonna hit. Yes, it did. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so these have both got... it's whether I can survive. These have both got their big effect on. You know, the high level... Oh, that's going to heal me, though. Oh, sweet. We should have this now. These should both be dead. There's 2 on the right, and I should heal for a lot. With no negative effects on me either. Blast from the past, isn't it? Reducing focus. This is slightly annoying because I am going to be able to do this. Like, I'm going to be able to do Not of This World, but I can't do it now because it hasn't, like, my attack hasn't gone through yet, kind of thing. Like, now they're in that state, so I could do it now. Oh, I get the opportunity. Oh, I get. So if I press B now, no, I can't. So even if they don't die, we got them anyway. Bam. Recklessness, yeah, that makes sense.
Enough of losing. Rasputin will tame you.
He's my favorite.
Bullets have no effect on me. The end will never come.
What are you talking about, Dennis? Let's get to drinking. The night's still young.
You don't understand. None of you. Leave me alone.
I don't want to hear another word. Get out!
Shut it, Selim. Or I'll find a loaded piece and shoot you dead. Give me a second. To get my thoughts together. I have to.
Look, we got all of them. No, we're not going to tell him to suffer the consequences. We're going to offer him an honest confession.
Tell the truth. Only the truth will set you free. You and Pasha.
You weren't meant to dwell on this. And Dennis, keep your trap shut, Ataman!
I loved him. I loved Pasha. I still do. My own stupidity lost me the love of my life.
This is the wizard's fault. You're dead, you dog.
Hands to yourself, Selim. Enough arguing.
I'll defend my brother's honor to the death.
Selim, Timur, brothers. I haven't lost my honor yet. But I have found peace. Ataman.
Everybody get that? If any of you don't like what you're hearing, I can take care of you right now.
Come on, let's leave these scoundrels alone. We've got stuff to talk about. What a poetic experience. I can feel it in my bones, as if I were part of something grand, you know?
You knew the Russian roulette game was rigged, right?
No, I thought God would spare you. That's why I wanted to play with mine. You know, I've still got plans for this evening. But tell me, did you catch the little sprat?
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. At least now it won't be Lelek deciding Danis's fate. And that's always a good thing.
Anything that lets you sleep at night, friend.
Forget sleep. Now I need hypnosis. Thanks for today, Abodice.
Oh no, hold on now. The night will end when I say so. Come here.
What do I care? Lead the way.
Well, yeah, I get that. At the end of the day, what heals the body and soul better than a double vodka, eh?
Oh, so many things. Everything.
Pour!
Every single thing in all of time and history is better than a double vodka, as far as I'm concerned.
To us, to you, to vodka!
But I'm a vodka hater. I've long been a vodka hater. And I will die a vodka hater.
Show her your demon, Victor. It's not on my shoes. Victor, boy. Maybe you aren't at all such a prick as Sataniswaf was. 99 bottles standing on the wall.
Hey!
It's nice, you know, I just wanted them to have a night. You know, rekindle the friendship. Hangover's gonna be brutal, though.
Well, hello, Sleeping Beauty.
My head's about to explode. What the hell are we doing in front of my house?
The front steps got the better of you. But Victor, to hell with that. What a night we had. Admit it. If you're looking for fun, do it with Niedzic.
Well, I admit, it was quite...
Schmite. It was spectacular. And we both know it.
We'd better get away from here, if Ligia finds us.
Ligia! And by what fault do your eyes burn red, hot, while your mouth is like honey? You trust overmuch in my virtue?
I see you're looking after our good name, brother.
Forgive me. It won't happen again.
It won't. I'll make sure of that.
I can assure you, my darling sister, that next time I'll make it all the way to the door.
Can you make it home from here, or do you need a hand?
But those 5 rubles, remember?
5? What the hell do I owe you that much for?
My dear friend, I can't answer that question in the company of a lady.
Warsaw whores aren't that expensive. You two got bilked.
Victor, with each word, I find your sister more and more impressive. One way or another, I wouldn't like to have you as a creditor.
If I needed a loan, it was because I'm broke.
Then go fish around at home. A gold watch of Satanisław's would come in handy. He doesn't care anymore.
Satanisław? Here, from now on you can cover your own tabs. Maybe you'll even start paying for your own telegrams. And now, pardon me, but I have things to do in life. Once you've dragged yourself home, brother, I'd like a word with you.
All right, don't worry about it now. We'll have a chance to meet up. Next time, you're buying.
Next time?
So you think I'm done with you? One night like this is too little for us to be squared up. I know not why others stare, lest it's at our drinking fair.
I need to see Rasputin.
Dude. It's funny. As much as Nararishi annoys me a little bit, I am much more Nararishi than I am a Victor when I'm hungover. My response to pain is always to be exceptionally annoying. Right, yeah, I mean, we've got 8 skill points. So once we've got Thingy, which we're about to, Lelek, we will have all of these unlocked. I wonder if you can't level them up any further than... You still have to get these other ones, don't we? But that's cool. So yeah, next video we will go and... Oh yeah, look, my mind gets lowered to 1. I didn't notice that. Yeah, next video we will go and we'll get Lelek sorted, and then we're going to go back and we're going to focus on all the side missions, because now we've got all of these, we can get Heart, Deed, Word and Mind all up to 4, maybe even a little higher. We've got so many skill points, you know, up to... well, up to 5 seems to be the limit until we get another Salutor. But still, that's really good. So, thank you for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.